What's going on, guys? Joe here. Today my wife and I were hitting up Ollies, and then we saw this Mr. Bins, and I said to myself, right next door, Mr. Bins, that can't be like the bins, like Goodwill bins, can it? So we're going to check out if we can make any money off this place between Ollies. I know I can make some money in Ollies, but let's check out this Mr. Bins. So it is a bin store. This is some of the pricing. I was kind of shocked by the pricing. As you can see here, it was the day we were there, it was $20 a pop for shoes. So any shoes, like these boots here, those leather boots up there, the Skechers, everything is $20 a pop. Doesn't matter if it's used, new, tags, this and that. I ended up picking actually these cleats up. I've had some success with cleats in the past, but these were pretty beautiful, I think, rather. They were about size 12 or 13, so I didn't really, I don't know, I'm not exactly confident in it, but I looked at these boots. I think I ended up putting them in the cart, but then after putting them through my, I'm basically taking pictures right now to put it in my AI lister to tell me a nice price or whatever. Look at those amazing pics, those detailed pics in the store that I'm taking care of. I think it spit out a price of about $60, so we'll see if it sells down the road. Like I said, $20 for everything. Here's some more cleats. I'm a big cleats guy. They don't exactly sell quick, but these are in pretty new condition, so if I gotta wait a year or whatever like that, I ended up not picking these up. I put everything in the cart to check, though. It's a reseller, whatchamacallit, little tip, whatever, because you don't want someone else to walk up behind you. That bag there, that was just for my wife. She picked up something nice for herself. So in these bins, Mr. Bins, it's a lot more sanitary compared to any of the Goodwill bins I've been to, and a lot less chaotic, or at least less chaotic when we were there. But every item here is $7 each. So the shoes were $20 each, and say this shirt that I have to open up. Oh, and you also have to open everything up in a bag. So everything is in a bag and like wrapped, and then you have to open it up to look at it to see if you even want it. I think it's just mostly just a lot of returns, like Shein or maybe Amazon or something like that. Just a bunch of, it's just like random shirts. Like, okay, like, cool, yeah, crap. Send it back, throw it back. There, come on, throw it back. You don't want it. No, exactly. Okay. A lot of expired like probiotic stuff and things like that. I mean, besides like those Pumas, those cleats, like there wasn't really much here. Expired dog food. That's really about it. I think we picked up something here. Oh yeah, it was the Christmas wreath. These usually go for like 20, even 25 on Amazon. So we needed one for the house. So like I said, it's $7 for every item. So we picked up one of them for $7, and they hit you with a 2.5% credit card fee. So we ran over to Ollies. I need to get the hell out of that place. We ran over to Ollies here. So I'm using you're gonna see me on my phone a lot in this video, the rest of this video. Basically, I'm using Seller Amp, which is a third-party app on my phone to check data and to see profitability and shelf life of items. So that Garth Brooks or whatever that was, that wasn't any good. So we scanned it, we looked at the data, we said it wasn't worth it, we put it back. And then those pans, I just said to myself, I really like them. I used to be a chef, so yeah, maybe I'll pick up some new pants from Ollies down the road. I was pretty much looking for this section here. Not the greatest Hart section. Hart is a construction brand. I think usually Walmart sells them. These spools here, they're for a weed whacker. They come in 2 different lengths. I'll probably put them on the screen. The profit margin on them, the profit straight up on them, I think on the smaller spools are about like $2. And then the bigger ones are about $4 or $5. Now you say, oh, you just make $2 on it. You know, that's not worth picking up. Well, when you pick up 60 of them, or in this case, I picked up 20 and like 15 of the other size, and you've already sold 15 of them, or you've already sold 25 of them, that $2 or that $4 or $5 adds up very quick. And that's the game on Amazon. So if you haven't tried that and you're sick of the rat race on eBay, there's some advice. It also has a little AI tool. I don't know if you saw me. I did a little snapshot because I think there wasn't a listing coming up with the UPC, because I'm scanning all the UPC codes to get the proper Amazon listing, and then I analyzed it with the AI feature they had on there, and then that didn't come up either. You can tell I'm pretty thirsty here. I'm actually putting it in the search too. That's when I really want to look up an item, but I ended up not finding it. They just didn't have a listing. Not everything's on Amazon. Everything has a listing, or a legitimate listing. There's like a saw blade or something like that. Decided to wander after this, I believe. They have all sorts of stuff at Ollies. I mean, like, it's definitely a good place to pick up a lot of personal items and flippable items. I think I'm in the toy aisle here. I ended up finding I've had a lot of success in the toy aisle, but a lot of these there's gonna be a lot of me on my phone in this video, by the way. The Ollies are based out of Pennsylvania, I believe. I don't think a lot of people on the West Coast have them, or like down south. I'm using people in New York. I even asked; they don't even know what I'm talking about. So this might be a little hack just for me over here, and a few people that live in PA and Jersey. These little things called that I'm getting off the shelf now are called shelf talkers. They are based off of movie characters, and they do like you pull pull the little string from behind it. They sit on a shelf, and you pull the little string behind it, like an old school like doll, and it just repeats like lines from the movie and like jokes and like stuff like that. So these Big Lebowski ones, the dude from Big Lebowski, I've sold them before, and I've sold really well. I think they're more like an $8-9 profit. I'll put them on the screen if I was wrong or right about that. They've done really well. So we're picking up. I mean, you pick everything up in intervals intervals of 5. Everything's divisible by 5, so you can send up optimized shipping. But that's more intermediate Amazon for later. Like I said, I normally don't have phone signal in the Ollie, so I went crazy. I went up and down this aisle, the furniture aisles, all these like other construction home good aisles. These I ended up picking up. They're like little rubber feet you put on the bottom of like furniture, so you can like push the furniture back and forth without like messing up your hardwood floors and stuff like that. I think the profit wasn't too much, maybe $3 or something like that. As you can see here, I'm trying to get Ungated to actually approve the brand, whatever this brand was. Gliders, that's what they're called. I'm literally putting it in just like any email and some random invoice, and it usually you just get auto accepted or auto denied. It isn't about the invoices now on Amazon. Everybody knows that. Don't let some of these influencers tell you otherwise. So like I said, I had good signal, so I went up the toy aisle and I found these very good Transformers Studio Series figures for Optimus Prime here. I guess this is the Optimus from the last film, Rise of the Beasts, whatever the one is with the primals and the ape and all that kind of stuff. That one. I think the margin was like $10 on this. Like that's crazy. So I picked all of them up, and then I ended up scanning this. So they think they're slick, and they put they cover up the UPC with their little sticker, which is a pain in the ass to get off. But I can just scan it. Look at me, I'm multitasking. I'm going through everything while it's loading. These ended up being profitable, so I picked them up. I didn't exactly record like a good conclusion to this, so don't forget to subscribe to the video and all those good things to help it in the algorithm, y'all. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.